came for a purpose. He came because of the lost soul. He came to save that which was lost. He was not a sinner, but he made himself a sinner. He took our iniquity. That was why when he cried, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. That statement was made today. Today is the remembrance of that statement. When he was on the cross, the Father forsook him. And he said, my Father, why hast thou forsaken me? If you have been in a situation in life and you thought people have forsaken you, hear me, child of God. Jesus was once in that situation. In Luke 23, let's read from 20 to 23. Luke 23, 20 to 23. Pilate, therefore, willing to release Jesus, speak again to them. There are people that are willing to help you. There are people that are willing to favor you. There are people that are willing to take you to the next level. They are willing. But look at what happened. The Bible said Pilate was willing to release Jesus. He was willing to ask him to go free. Then verse 21. They cried, begged the cry, saying, crucify him, crucify him. In verse 22, and he said unto them the third time, why? What evil had he done? I found no cause of death in him. I will chastise him and let him go. The Bible says in verse 23, and they were instant with a loud voice, require that he might be crucified. And the voice of them and all the chief priests prevailed. The voice of the people prevailed. Child of God, hear me. When the voice of the multitude prevail against you, you are in trouble. I don't know the strange voice, the accusing voice that have been prevailing over your life. I decree that voice is a letter. I said that voice is a letter. It's not that people don't want to help you, but there are voices that have been prevailing over your helper. There are powers that be prevailing over those helpers. Your case file has been closed because there are voices prevailing. They said in this family, this one is not doesn't supposed to rise. They said in our kindred, no one supposed to move to the next level. A voice prevail against Jesus. Now this is Jesus we are talking about here. It's not man. If the voice of the people can prevail, who you be? If the voice of the people can prevail against Jesus, He's so powerful God. I listen to people because of the challenges. I mean the incident that occurred recently when we lost one of our own, the Osinachi, the singer. And a lot of people are casting finger, pointing hand. How can such person who is so close to a man of God, how can this thing be happening in the house? How can this and that? How can this woman be suffering domestic violence and this man of God is here? Listen to me. The Bible says in Revelation, it said there was war in heaven. God was in heaven. But in the presence of God, Lucifer stirred up war. Are you hearing me? Somebody say war. Judas Iscariot was one of the disciples of Jesus out of the 12. The Bible says he was a thief. So among the 12, there was a thief among them. Are you hearing me? The church is not a place for holy people. The church is an hospital. The church is a place for sinners. It's a place where unclean people come to be clean. in the book of John to stir up the pool, and whoever that step into it, he receives his healing. This is the church. The church today is the pool of Bethesda. Whoever that step into the church and receive the word and walk with it will be made whole. The Bible said, by the pool of Bethesda, there were thousands of half folks with that cripple, all kinds of sickness. In church you have drunkards. In church you have prostitutes. In church you have criminals. In church you have backbiters. In church we have witches and wizards. In church you have all sorts of spirits. The church is not a place that is dedicated for holy people. Rather, the church is the spiritual hospital. What did I call the church? Spiritual hospital. Where you admit every kind of person. Who is Paul? Paul was a murderer. Say, I hear. Who is David? David was a murderer and adulterer. Say, I hear. Who is Samson? A fornicator. Say, I hear. The church. So that mindset of church is for holy people. No. The church is the place whereby you have domestic violators, women beater, men beaters, fornicators, adulterers, criminals. You have all of them in the church.